I will be perfectly honest, with full credit to my colleague, I never thought it would look like this. This kind of a project is a dream for us. We do a lot of hands-on work in our program. We're very experiential and practically based. But this kind of creation of an exhibition from scratch is just an incredible gift for our students.
The collaboration between curator and exhibition designer is an important one, and for the curators to be able to articulate a very clear vision of what they need to be told in terms of the narrative, in terms of the story. And then the designers being able to take that and interpret that visually and in a physical space. That's something that is that's an experience that I'm glad these students got.
Our program was approached by athletics and to ask us if we had any interest in potentially doing this project. And they found out that the graduate program in museum studies existed and might be able to be of help. And they were boxes and boxes and boxes. We were spread out over the entire training room floor for the entire semester of papers, and we sort of sorted things into areas. What is on display here? Gosh, a tiny fraction of what is still up in the attic. Maybe halfway through the semester, when my class had a good idea of the objects that we wanted to use and the content that we were looking at, and Andrew's class came down to the boathouse and met us here, and we talked about objects, we talked about content, we looked at the space.
The space we're in is such a challenging space for a lot of different reasons. The fact that we're right on the water, the fact that there's a lot of light, a lot of natural light and ambient light that we have to deal with, a lot of environmental issues that we have to deal with, plus it's a long and narrow space which is not conducive to collections installation. There are a variety of things that are happening in this space where we're talking about the creation of the women's crew team. We're talking about the longevity of the history of this program going back to 1904. The boat was something that was found early on, and we weren't sure if it was going to make it into the space. We weren't sure if it was something that was going to make sense in the space. But the more research that the curatorial class did, we really thought that it was too good of an opportunity to not have this be a part of an installation that really talks about the history.
Back in the day, it was a tradition when you win to actually cut off the bow of that winning boat and save it. Yep, as a trophy. I mean, one of the amazing things that we found were literally reams of paper that were all handwritten by Ten Eyck himself. Everything from, so he was a poet, so everything from poetry to writing about rowing, to training plans, to menus for his rowers. I mean, it was all of his kind of personal rowing-related papers.
I think anybody coming away from this space should be impressed by the history of the program, but also be impressed by the continuing story about what's happening here. The fact that we're going to be adding elements to this. It's something that isn't static. It's something that can be added to. And that future alumni, future members of the team can look to and say, I was a part of that. That's important.